Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back. This is the Treasures of Life show, and my name is JONAH SIMBA. My sign language interpreter is Gideon Minor. I'm talking about proper communication. But there is an angle that I'm taking today. There is an angle that I'm approaching this topic from. You see, the Treasures of Life show is an emotional intelligence show. And I do my best in this show to bring out issues from an emotional perspective. Communication can be official. Communication can be in any area. But I'm looking at you communicating this from an emotional perspective. You are an emotional being. Whether you like it or not, your emotions somehow will find their way in your communication. But there is always a way to have the virtues, the proper emotions, the positive emotions win in your communication. But let me humble you before I proceed that first of all, do you respect yourself? How do you view yourself? Are you in a situation of self-hatred? There is a topic I handled in this show about self-loathing. Because the manner in which you carry yourself, the manner in which you communicate about yourself, more often than not, will inform the communication that you receive from outside. And that is why it is important for you to make it very clear to the world. Just as nature has been generous to us, nature has been generous to us and given us the best. If it's oxygen, nature gives us to its plenty without missing at all. You should open yourself up to receive the best. You deserve the best. You need a mind shift today on what you need to receive. When you find yourself being communicated to in a certain way, probably you've allowed it. Let me say that again. When you find yourself in a place where you are being communicated to in a certain way, probably you've allowed it. You need to create on the inside of you some kind of information that this is the limit. And this does not call for pride. No. This does not call for arrogance. No. This is an understanding on the inside that I am formed to participate in creation. I am a child of God, or I'm part of humanity, and I deserve as much as others do deserve. And I know I'm speaking to many categories of people. We are not all the same. If we were the same, you wouldn't be relevant. Your relevance is because you're different. If you were not different, if we were all the same thing, we would not need you. Your difference makes you needed. Your difference does not make you be a candidate of disrespect. And you need to communicate that in a courteous way. That I am different. Oh yes, I'm an African. Or I am a woman. Or I am a person with disability. Or I am a man, a white man, but I deserve my space. You bring this out in the manner in which you carry yourself. Psychology about you starts in your mind. Remember, I spoke about instability on the inside. If you're unstable on the inside, definitely this will show up in your communication. And I spoke about your sitting posture, your walking. This can show up in your tone of talking. Communicate clearly, stability. Guide energy. Guide the angels around you. Guide humanity on how they need to carry you. Many times, people do not know how to help us. So we communicate to them that if you are to help me, if you are to support me, if you are to partner or collaborate with me, this is what you need to do. You do not realize that many times, just the way you've dressed, just the way you've walked, just the way you've talked, you've already communicated to the world how they need to carry you. Are you clear? Are you coherent? If you can bring it out, do bring it out. And this does not speak about anger, because anger is a negative emotion. Strife is a negative emotion. Why am I saying this? Because many times when you find yourself uncomfortable, when you find yourself at a place of discomfort, it means you're not aligned, you are not in agreement with the manner in which you're being treated. That is why you're uncomfortable. But this does not mean you move into strife. We've heard of civil strife. We've heard of religious strife. Yes, we've heard of wars. These are things that happen because people are uncomfortable. You as an individual are uncomfortable, probably. And that is why it comes out in anger. It comes out in the manner in which you bring out your emotions. Two evils do not make a right. How to respond is first and foremost by examining you on the inside, carrying yourself with empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of others. How would you want to be treated? Empathize. Put yourself in the shoes of others. Even when you're uncomfortable, how would you have liked to be treated? And that is why the rule of counting is key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before you bring it out. Because once you bring it out, you will apologize. You will be forgiven. But it will not be forgotten. Words have a tendency to damage. And nowadays, with the social media and with the internet, words can stay for long. Generations that come will listen to those words. Many will be broken. Many will be made broke. Many will be pushed down because of what you spoke when you are uncomfortable. It is when you are weak, when you're tired, that you need to be more careful. That is when people sell their birthrights. That is when people sell their legitimacy. When you're tired, when you're hungry, when you're pushed to the wall, when you've worked so hard and you're fatigued, when your mind has been pushed to the limit, that is when you need to be more careful. Training demands that you train yourself how to react when you're fatigued, when you're tired. Can you go the extra mile? Can you climb one more hill? Can you go the extra mile? When you're in that traffic, can you go the extra mile? Road rage comes because we are not going the extra mile. We are doing the ordinary. Extraordinariness demands that you go the extra mile. Taming emotions demands that you go the extra mile. Breathe in. Breathe out. Count before you bring it out. Going the extra mile. Handling anger. Noticing it. Handling pride. Noticing it. Demystifying arrogance. Demystifying negative emotions. You know, there are some of us who can tear down. We are wise, clever, intelligent, but we can tear down. Think, empathize, because you have that understanding to demystify that this is jealousy. This is envy. I don't need to bring it out. This is malicious. I don't need to bring it out. Remember, I said the world is complex nowadays. We are in an ambiguous world. That is why you need to demystify your enemies. Your enemies are the negative emotions. In this show, our enemies are our negative emotions. Demystify the emotion of jealousy. Once you are given a microphone, maybe you are a pastor, maybe you are someone who's just been given a pulpit or a platform to speak. Demystify envy. That is your enemy. You are the one that is the target. You are the one being targeted. You may feel like you are the jealous one, but you are the one who is being targeted. You may feel like you are the one who is malicious, but at the end of the day, you are the one who will be destroyed when you bring it out. Breathe in, breathe out. Demystify the enemy. When you're gossiping, you may feel like you're the one who is tearing down the other, but you are the one who is being harmed at the end of it. Forgiveness demands that you are doing yourself good. You may think that by holding the other person, you're dealing with the issue. You're the one who is hurting. You're the one who is being brought down. Forgiveness will set you free. Let it out. Let it out. Proper communication demands that you bring out the forgiveness in your speech. Bring out humility. Bring out forgiveness. Voice it. Voice forgiveness to your enemies, to those that have wronged you. You will be surprised at the amount of energy that you will release to your soul. Positive emotions always release energy to us. Positive emotions always make us happier. Positive emotions always bring us joy. When you bring out negative emotions, you will be weaker. Whatever emotion you are talking about will make you weak. Anger will make you weak. After you've brought out the energy of anger, give yourself a few minutes. You will find you're weak. You will find you're in shame and in pain. But think of positive emotions like love. When you bring it out, after some few minutes, you are stronger. You are bubbling with laughter. Any negative emotion, including lust, when you bring out any negative emotion, after some time, you're weaker. You're confused. You're in pain. You're troubled. You're tired. But when you bring out positive emotions like self-control, when you are in a position to tear down, you mend. When you are in a position to bring down somebody, you bring them up. When you are in a position to gossip and slander, you decide to build the character of that person. You are always left energetic, able to make more wealth, able to progress, able to grow. That is the extra mile that builds. Proper communication always builds. Communicating love always builds. Communicating forgiveness always leaves you better. Communicating empathy always leaves you better. That is how you gain strength. Emotional intelligence demands that you know that positive emotions will leave you stronger. See you after the break.